Hello everyone, it's Imran here. Welcome back to another video. So I'm going to react to another fan-made Thomas the Tank Engine story, and this one is called Rescue Train by BrightonTerrier. This was uploaded on the Blue 15 Bomber channel on April Fool's Day, but don't worry, it isn't an April Fool's joke. It is a legitimate video. So yeah, the last video I reacted to from the Blue 15 Bomber channel was the James and Daisy story by Chris TM and Kiwi Conductor, which is right there. If you want to go and check that one out, it will be in the top right hand corner of your screen right now. So yeah, that's basically all I've got to say. This is actually a sequel to a story that Blue 15 Bomber did, I think, back in 2021, which is Goods Trains, which is obviously also by BrightonTerrier, which is obviously another story that I watched off camera long before I started doing videos on this channel. So yeah, exciting thing that this is finally a long-awaited sequel to it. Like, I didn't even know this was part of a trilogy right there. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in these stories. Obviously, in the Goods Train story, we all know what happened with Gordon, where he got into a bit of a mishap when pulling a goods train. So yeah, that's basically what I got to say. So I had no idea this was part of a sequel. This is a sequel to the previous story. So I really enjoyed the Goods Trains one. Let's see what the Rescue Train story is all about. Links to the video I'm reacting to in the description down below, as always. So without further ado, let's just get straight into this. This video is for general audience. Is intended for general audiences, people of all ages. Oh, Project Tiger Moth intro vibes right here. Rescue Trains. Told by Butterfly Coffee. Shush, Mum!
A new shipment of coal had arrived on the island. It seemed fine to begin with, but as the new coal replaced the old, the problems quickly began to take hold.
What kind of problems?
Bigger engines like Gordon and Henry didn't have much trouble, but for smaller engines like James and Edward, it caused poor steaming.
Oh.
Things got so bad that engines had to be left in the shed if they couldn't get their fires going. Gordon felt sorry for them at first, but he soon found he had to take others' trains as well as his own.
Yep, when engines are out of
made him
action,
cross.
and that means having to pull other trucks.
You're just lazy, you know.
Gordon said one morning.
Butterfly Coffee is actually
No,
a pretty
I'm
good
not.
female narrator.
I can't help it if the coal is bad.
I've no problem with it. I carry on day after day, and what do I get for being reliable? I am given your goods.
No rest for the wicked.
Oh, you get all the rest you want, but I'm here doing the real work.
James was about to retort, but he suddenly sneezed and blew soot out of his funnel, with most of it landing on Gordon. Gordon seized under his breath and quickly left the yards to avoid detention. That day, the big engine had to take a slow goods train. He sulked all the way.
So once again, Gordon expressing his like for good trains.
Trucks onto his train.
And Ellsbridge that is.
The big blue engine was catching his breath in a siding, ready to climb the hill himself, when a shout came from the signal box. "Edward's dropped his fire bars!" cried the signalman. "You'll have to bring him the rest of the way."
Now, look here, you know. I am not a rescue engine.
He refused to move. His crew argued with him fiercely, and the signalman joined in too.
Oh, that's Gordon for you.
All right.
Come on, Gordon. This could boast your popularity, you know, Gordon.
Gordon at last grumbled and gave in and set off.
Love the camera movements, Blue 15 Bomber.
He found Edward at the junction to his branch line. The little blue engine was red in the face and very embarrassed, but he felt better when he saw Gordon. I really am very sorry about all of this. This new coal is causing all sorts of havoc.
Yep.
Gordon didn't say anything. He was fed up with this new coal and quickly moved the train to the station. The two arrived at the platform, and Edward smiled. Thank you again for this.
Don't mention it,
Gordon
Oh,
grunted.
Gordon's trying not to get triggered.
Well, Edward started. I should mention that this train needs to get to the big station. Gordon looked at Edward, then looked at his buffers, and finally heaved a long sigh.
Fine.
Gordon moved Edward off the train and into the siding.
Oh, Gordon's going to cause an
There was
accident, he
no
is.
time for him to turn around, so he set off for the big station, tender first.
Oh.
The big engine was careful not to travel too quickly in his current position, and was very anxious when he arrived 10 minutes late at the other end of the line.
I can see Percy there.
As the passengers got out of the coaches, Gordon began pondering to himself.
What's so important about this train anyway?
But his thoughts were cut off prematurely.
Where are your trucks, Gordon?
He was
Oh.
startled to see
The fat controller.
walking up to him.
Oh.
I'm sorry, sir. I know you said for me to only take goods, sir, but I...
Gordon was quickly interrupted as one of his passengers stepped out and walked towards the fat controller. It was Lady Hat.
Lady Hat.
Without Gordon, I would have been delayed for much, much longer, dear. Gordon did put up a little bit of a fuss, dear, but he put that aside to bring the passengers home.
Yep.
And he did it running backwards. And I know you're always saying that isn't proper.
Well, Gordon, I must apologise. And
Yep.
thank you for rescuing this train and bringing my lovely wife home. Well done.
Gordon gave a small smile.
However, I do not approve of your complaints. Since the other engines are still in some difficulties, I would like you to stay on goods trains. Hopefully we can come to rely on your great strength until this situation has resolved itself.
Oh.
Yes, sir,
said Gordon mournfully. As Gordon trundled back to his waiting trucks, he realised something.
If the fat controller is indeed relying on me, then I have a duty of care to not let him down. I'm still useful after all.
You're still useful after all.
Gordon puffed away with a smile. I think it was very wise of him to realise that helping his friends is far more important than being stuck on goods trains.
Is that it? Yeah, so that was basically the story. So Gordon now finally realizes the importance of goods trains, he does, and knows that he'll still be useful no matter what, because he's always helping his friends. So yeah, that was a very, very typical Gordon story. He complains, but he puts that aside to help his friends, and then realizes that pulling goods trains is not such a bad thing after all, especially when you're helping your friends. So good on you, Gordon. And BrightonTerrier, if you're watching this, very good story. Second story in the trilogy. I mean, I didn't know this was a trilogy. I thought it was a one-off story after watching Goods Trains. But yeah, can't wait to see the last story of this trilogy. And Blue 15 Bomber, good job adapting the story as always. And yeah, can't wait to see what other video you come up with. So yeah, that was a very enjoyable story. A very, very typical Gordon episode. So yeah, not the first time we've seen Engine struggle with bad coal. I mean, the bad coal idea can work in numerous different ways in Thomas stories. It can. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button for me. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of the story I reacted to. And also let me know in the comments down below what other videos you want me to react to next. Follow me on Instagram. Link to that will be in the description down below. Share this video. Subscribe if you're new here. Ring that bell to get notified for when I upload new videos or when I post on the community tab. And I'll see you all in the next one.